Alicante, town by town. Villena. I have a predilection for Villena. The primordial elements of Villena are its light and its water. The light has the clarity of Levante, reflected on its daybreak walls. The abundant, crystalline and sweet water. In Villena, there are the ruins of a medieval castle, with its tower almost intact. It also has a beautiful promenade, where we can meander when we become tired of the house. The illustrious writer Atharim expressed his love for Villena in this way, in one of his stories, Old Age Memories. The city surrounds the castle of Atalaya, built by the Moors in the 12th century, on a mound at the foot of the La Villa mountain range, a defensive edification from which protrudes La Torre dell'Homenaje, inside which can be found a replica of the original Almohad vaults with their intersecting arches, which were destroyed during French occupation in the 19th century. After the Reconquest, this castle was the occasional residence of the Infante Don Juan Manuel, 1st Duke of Villena, author of El Conde Lucanor. The old town of Villena, declared an artistic historic monument in 1968, spans the foothills of the castle and is the nucleus of the inhabitants that settled around the Santa Maria Church and the Archpriest Church of Santiago, both dated from the 16th century. Inside this latter temple, we find one of the most important examples of the Catalan Gothic style in the Valencian community. The roof, with ribbed vaults and spiral columns, give it a great monumental beauty. The most representative urban space of the historic center is La Plata De Santiago. Here, the town hall can be found. A Renaissance-style building built as an abbey house. The doorway displays the shield of the city. And inside, the double gallery patio with arches over Tuscan columns stands out. The square also houses the modern cultural center and the so-called Casa Selva, a 19th century building dedicated to a festival museum. The urban growth of the city in the 16th and 17th centuries took place around the Calle Mayor. Here is the Plaza Mayor, where we can find a 19th century fountain, popularly known as La Fuente de los Chorros. The renowned composer of the zarzuela, Ruperto Chapí, was born in a house in this square. The theatre, which plays an important part in the cultural life of this city, is named after him. Opposite the theatre is the Paseo De Chappie, which features a sculpture of the famous musician surrounded by symbolic figures from two of his works, La Bruca and La Revoltosa. This sculpture was created by another illustrious Villenense, the sculptor Antonio Navarro Santa Fe. The city also has an important archaeological heritage, which is exhibited in the museum located in the town hall and dedicated to José María Soler, an archaeologist and historian from Vienna who discovered the famous Treasure of Vienna. This is a collection of 59 pieces of gold, silver, iron and amber from the Bronze Age, consisting of bracelets, bowls, and other objects found in a ceramic jar buried in La Rambla de Panadero near Vienna. This is one of the most important treasures of this period in Europe. In addition to this discovery, one can see other pieces in the museum also made of gold, from the Tesorillo del Cabezo Redondo. Another symbol of Vienna is the bull ring, which opened in 1924. On the outskirts of Vienna, one can find natural landscapes with rich biodiversity, like the Salinas mountain range, with forest vegetation, where the holm oak grows and pine forests stand out.